Here we go, 10:31, right back here in the heart of the Riverbend on this 21st day of November. And joining me now is Marcy Jacobs with OASIS Women's Center. And the Christmas program is coming up. Once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you, CJ. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you.
We are shelter and services for victims of domestic violence. So we serve over the course of the year about 1,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Any of those people that want to come back for our Christmas program are eligible. Now, we don't serve 1,000 for Christmas. We end up serving probably 150 families or so, however many individuals that is. And what we ask from community members is that they sponsor either an individual or a family for Christmas. And what we have done since COVID for Christmas is gift cards.
Right.
And that just makes it much easier for us to give them out, and the families just love the gift cards.
When they could, I'm sure that way they can buy something a little bit more special that they saw on the shelf. And,
exactly.
And to take us through this, because how long have you been with OASIS? For a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been here since 1984.
That's what I knew it was a while.
Yeah.
And you've had a chance to see this program and really work wonders. Take us through some of those stories and just seeing some of those smiles from a caring individual that really helps a family in need.
Yeah, it really is a marvelous job. In many ways, it's hard because we do hear very sad stories and very scary stories.
Yep.
But the other part of that is what more than offsets it for me is that this is a time when people really make a change.
Yep.
When they're desperate because they're in so much pain or they're afraid. They really are ready to change their lives, even though that's very hard. And seeing families pull themselves up and start afresh. Many of them aren't even employed when they come to us, so it's the whole change in their whole life. They come into the shelter, and we help with emergency kinds of things like food and if they need any emergency care, getting the kids back in school, that kind of thing. And then the next sort of phase steps in where they look for work. And then once they have a couple of paychecks saved, the housing search starts.
Oh, wow.
So families stay at our shelter anywhere from just a few nights, if they've got somebody to help and they've got money in the bank, all the way up to 2 or 3 months for families that are starting from scratch. If you've got a woman with 2 small kids and hasn't worked in 5 or 10 years, it takes a little bit.
Right, and I could only imagine. And, what you guys offer, too, is, a wide range of services for those who are really not safe in their own homes, and that's something that, it happens more. It seems like it's happening more and more frequently, and it's really tragic. But I didn't realize that you guys have a 24-hour hotline for anyone that needs it, counseling, legal advocacy, and connection to other helping agencies in the Riverbend. How has that process been for you to kind of develop this, this care system over there with OASIS?
Well, it really has been marvelous to watch. I wasn't there when we first opened, but some of the people that were tell me that it was sheets and eats. You got to come in, you got a bed, and you got some food, and that was it.
Wow.
And over the years, the program has grown and grown. We have a parenting program, we have an employment program. It really is marvelous to see. One of the most difficult things about Christmas, CJ, is that it's not uncommon for the batterer to have either the only income in the family or the majority of the income in the family. And so a controlling personality really takes that opportunity to say, oh, come on back to me and I'll give the kids a nice Christmas. And so Christmas is very tough for our families. And that was why we started this program years ago, not especially, because of toys or whatever, but to give families an alternative to going back to an abusive partner.
And that's something that, it takes a special breed of person to do what you guys are doing because, to me, I'm so emotionally invested into everything that, I don't think I'd last a day in your role. And talk to us about how you have to, basically prepare yourself mentally for a lot of these things because I couldn't imagine some of the stories and some of the situations that you're, helping people get out of.
It is difficult some days. That's where we lean on one another.
Right.
To talk to one another about the things that are really hard. And being able to do some things and help people take concrete steps to be safer really makes some of those feelings manageable.
Yeah.
I think if all I did was hear the stories all day and couldn't do anything with that, I couldn't do this job.
Right.
But being able to take positive steps forward with someone who felt frozen before really makes a difference to me.
Absolutely. And take us through some of your guys' team members in the group that you have that is there really around the clock to help, individuals in need in our community.
Absolutely. We're there 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So at 2 in the morning on Christmas, if somebody needs us, we're there. Margaret Truchell has been our executive director for, I'm pretty sure, over 40 years.
Wow.
So she was there at the very founding. She was on the board, on the very first board that found the building and got it renovated and got in there. I don't know. Our building is very old, so it took a lot of community efforts, and some of the labor unions donated free labor to get our building in shape. And there in those early days, it was just one person at night and one person during the day.
Wow.
And we've grown and grown till we have generally there 5 or 6 people during the day.
Oh, wow.
And then overnight and weekends is less, obviously, people there, but always enough to take care of the women and children and men in the house and answer the hotline.
That's incredible. And I mean, I really mean that. To me, whenever somebody asks me what my charity of choice is in town, or organization, I hate saying charity because you guys are doing the work. We're just here to kind of help when we can, is OASIS, because you guys really do live your mission, and it takes a passionate group of great team members that you guys have. But let's circle back to the Christmas program. So take us through this. So if somebody's watching right now, we've already had texts come in that individuals that have, wanted to know about toys and things and different things, which is great. Thank you very much. Christmas season's finally here. I can feel it in the air. So take us through this, start to finish. So if someone's interested, what's the process and how do we help?
Okay. So what we do on our end is when it gets to be October or early November, we start contacting families to make sure that they know about the Christmas program and to get them signed up if they want to sign up. Then we accumulate a long list of adults and children that need Christmas. I send out then, the next step is I send out a letter to everybody that sponsored last year.
Okay.
And ask them if they'll sponsor again this year. And those calls have been coming in hot and heavy. So we've got a lot of people from last year, and that's good. But I still have a stack of families that's like that. So
wow.
I still need more sponsors. And what happens is you just call the shelter, which is 618-465-1978, and ask for Marcy, and we'll get you signed up to be a sponsor. And then I will send you as many individuals as you want.
That's incredible. So there's no set number of individuals. You can basically say I can account for this much.
Yes, exactly.
That's perfect.
Like church groups sometimes ask for 15 individuals.
Wow.
But most families want 1 or 2.
Right.
A mother and a child, or 2 children, or whatever. And then I send you their first names and their ages and where it is that they would like a gift card from, if that's possible. And then the sponsor would bring the gift card to us, and then that last week before Christmas, we give that away to the families, and it's kind of a crazy time.
I could only imagine, and to me, this would be worth the salary of the job, is to see the children's face, or just the moment that they know, I get to be like everyone else this Christmas.
It really is.
Oh, I really could only imagine it. And another thing that I saw too, and now our present's also going to be provided by United Way this year as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So talk to us about that a little bit.
United Way does a wonderful job at Christmas. They do what they call Community Christmas, and they solicit donations a long time and get that. And then individual agencies are allowed to go shopping, like our store is Target this year. So we'll go shopping at Target for some of the things that we know our families need.
Okay.
And then we'll give those away along with the gift cards.
I like that because you guys have firsthand knowledge. I mean, direct knowledge of what's needed. And a lot of times, with a lot of these programs, a lot of us are just guessing and hoping. So we're actually seeing direct. I mean, this is really going to drastically affect somebody in a very positive way.
Right.
In the Christmas season. Do you have a minute to stick around? I got to pay some bills.
I sure do.
It's not. It's 9. It's 10. It's 10:41. I'm telling you, I rolled my sleeves up, Marcy, because I was getting hot. I rolled them up, got cold. I said the wrong time. We'll see what happens to me during this commercial break, but I can guarantee you this great conversation continues right after this in the heart of the River Bend.
If you like to get out and go with a friend riding shotgun, the Z-Force line of sports side-by-sides are the perfect machines for you. Whether exploring the backcountry or racing down the trails, these beasts flat out give you more without having to pay for more. Life's too short to stay home.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagle's Discount Carpet. Ed Eagle's has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagle's, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I just got a new air conditioner, top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place.
It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology.
Here we go. It's 10:44. I got the time right that time.
That's good.
I am telling you what, it's going to be a week for CJ, but this conversation with Marcy Jacobs, OASIS Women's Center, continues because their Christmas program's underway. You can help sponsor a family in need, or maybe even 100 families in need if you felt so generous to do so with Marcy at OASIS Women's Center. Take us through this again, and we were talking about the intersection of generosity and the need, correct? And take us through that.
It's just wonderful. Christmas is chaotic at OASIS because there's all our usual work, plus this big Christmas program, and sometimes that feels a bit overwhelming, but it is also one of my favorite times a year because this community has been so generous with us year after year after year that it's just amazing. The community really is generous for us throughout the year in keeping the shelter running, keeping basic services going.
Right.
And that makes a huge difference. But to see the real need that I see all the time and then to see that need filled, it's just one of the payoffs. It's one of the big payoffs.
That's your Christmas present.
That is my Christmas present.
And I could only imagine it. And I got to ask you, with you being with OASIS for quite some time now, what's been that one moment that you look back on and go, "Yep, that's the one I'm going to say is the highlight of the tenure here"?
Well, I think it probably had to be the year that we had Santa Claus in the house, which we haven't done since COVID, but we used to have Santa Claus in the house every year. And there was a little one, somewhere between a year and a half and 2 years, and he was in that stage where strangers were not his cup of tea. And he was like not having Santa Claus at all. He was like, no way. But what happened is Santa was in the living room, and Santa brought the other kids in, and he saw the other kids sit on Santa's lap one at a time and having presents given to them, right? And so his eyes start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And finally, at one point, when his brother was on Santa's lap, he came running and jumping in Santa's lap. He's like, I'm getting in on this.
I love it.
So it was pretty cute.
I love it. And guys, you can help, OASIS Women's Center help out with so many families that are in need by sponsoring the Christmas program, by reaching out to Marcy Jacobs at the center. What's the phone number to call for that?
That's 618-465-1978.
1978 465-1978 for you guys to help out a family in need. And to me, there's so many great things that you guys do, but Christmas time is really just a great way for us to all reflect on all the great organizations and really just great things that make up Alton that really a small town shouldn't have, but we do. And it's just it's really incredible to see. And I got to ask you, because you're in the thick of it every day, are these cases increasing or decreasing, do you think?
I'm not really right here locally.
Yeah.
I don't see a huge change.
Okay.
The response to domestic violence has gotten so much better over the last 40 years. The courts have gotten better. The police have gotten better. Ways for victims to get out have gotten easier to access. During COVID, we saw a real decrease because it was very difficult for people to get out.
I couldn't imagine.
Right. And they also, I think, even ones that could get out were a little leery to come into a community living situation.
Because of COVID?
Because of COVID, yep. But, word got out in the community. We are very ultra careful. In fact, we still have all our COVID precautions.
Do you really?
We wear masks at work. We disinfect the building 3 times a day. We take all kinds of precautions for that because it is community living.
Well, and you have to. I mean, you have little ones coming in and different families all the time.
Exactly.
And it's really interesting to hear that because I always like to ask people about the COVID years just because, it affects every organization and every business differently.
Yep.
And it really just an interesting topic nonetheless. Now, do you guys do any other type of program? I know you guys do the Christmas program, but throughout the year, are there any that we can keep our eyes out for?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
I just left. When I was leaving the shelter, people were scurrying around, moving things, getting ready for food. We've got a donor coming in this afternoon that's going to bring some food. And so we give away food at Thanksgiving. We give away Easter baskets at Easter. We have a big back-to-school program when the kids go back to school in August, and we gather up backpacks full of school supplies and give those away to families that need them.
That's just incredible. And is there anything else I'm forgetting before we say goodbye for now?
I don't think so. Thanks very much, CJ. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
No problem. And make sure you guys get a hold of Marcy to help sponsor a family in need for their OASIS Women's Center Christmas program. A really great opportunity for you guys to help out and get in this Christmas spirit with all of us here. It's 10:49 in the heart of the Riverbend. Marcy Jacobs, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime, by the way.
Thank you.
And we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap up this bad boy in downtown Alton right after this.